So when I ask you to imagine an emotionless person, what do you think? Probably some dangerous anime or movie character, and that is exactly not what an emotionless person is. There is this book, Everything is Fucked, which explains it very well. The book talks about a person called Elliot who is quite successful, who is quite charming, who is quite funny. He is supposed to be an executive at a company and he is supposed to be pretty rich. There is only one problem in his life, and that is his brain tumor. It is a pretty big tumor. He is supposed to get a surgery to remove it, and in that surgery, a part of his brain is removed. The surgery is successful and everything seems pretty well, at least on the surface, except he starts making some stupid decisions. He spends hours thinking about what color pen he is supposed to use, blue or black. He did not attend an important business meeting because he was supposed to buy a stapler. And as you can expect, he got fired, but that was not the only damage. He almost completely stopped talking to his wife. He did not attend his kids' little league games. He skipped a parents-teacher meeting because he was supposed to watch TV. The part of the brain that was removed in the surgery was linked to emotions, and he did become emotionless after this, but not in some genius, dangerous sort of way. He became more of a couch potato. And as you can expect, his wife tried to fight him, but that was not even a fight. Because his wife was fighting, but he was not. He does not give a fuck. He lost his job, he is not paying attention to his family, his wife is fighting him, but he is completely unaffected by anything. Eventually, his wife divorces him, takes the kids, and leaves. He is left alone now. After that, he gets scammed by someone for a lot of money. A woman seduces him, marries him, and divorces him for getting half of his property. Eventually, he loses all of his money. He is left alone, but he doesn't give a fuck. His story continues after this. His brother helps him, he takes him to some doctors, and according to doctors, he was completely fine. In fact, he was above average. But his brother knew that was not the case. He takes him to a famous neuroscientist who was finally able to figure out some things. His memory, reflexes, intelligence, personality, spatial relations, and moral reasoning were tested, and everything was perfectly fine. Even personality and moral reasoning. So he knew what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to talk to his kids, he was supposed to talk to his wife, he was supposed to attend business meetings, but he still did not do that. He logically knew this stuff, but he did not do this stuff. But after that, this famous neuroscientist tried something that no other doctor tried to do, and that was talking to him. He asked him a lot of things about his past, about his business, his family, and he was able to explain everything perfectly. The only thing he was not able to explain was why he made the decisions that he made. And even after going through all of this, he was completely fine. He was not sad, he was not guilty, he was completely unaffected by any of that. He does not give a fuck. The doctor tried a few more things like showing him some fucked up photos of war, of murder, of dying children, and he was completely indifferent. He did not give a fuck. The doctor came to the conclusion that the part of the brain that was removed was linked to emotions, and because he lost his emotions, he lost his ability to make decisions. So what does this mean for you? Even the most logical, rational decisions require emotions. Let's say hypothetically, you had a very long day, you are very tired, but you are supposed to go to the gym. You don't really want to, but you suppress your emotions and you go to the gym. Except that was not suppressing your emotions, it was overpowering that emotion with a different emotion. You are overpowering the emotion of laziness with the emotion of desire. Desire to have a nice physique, I guess. And so to become quote unquote emotionless, you're not supposed to not feel emotions. You are supposed to feel the correct emotions. You are supposed to suppress negative emotions like laziness, sadness, anger, frustration, guilt, shame, and maximize other positive emotions like happiness or motivation or energetic or relaxation. Now, how exactly are you supposed to control your emotions depends completely on your conditions. What emotions you are feeling, when you are feeling them, why you are feeling them, how are you supposed to deal with them. And if you want me to help you one-to-one with that, I do coaching calls. But if you don't want to spend any money on this, I understand, and there are some generic techniques which you can use. The first one is called cognitive reframing. So most of the people live a boring life, and because of this, anything that is a bit unusual, you try to over-exaggerate that. You try to overreact. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're stalking someone on Instagram. You scroll for some time, you see some old photos, and you accidentally press the like button on one of these photos. That person now knows that you're stalking him or her. And you can think that, oh my god, my life is over. And you call some friend, you tell him that my life is over and stuff. But let's be real, nothing is going to happen. Even in a small chance that that person tries to confront you, still nothing is going to happen. Life goes on, you meet new people, and things are going to be completely fine. So, cognitive reframing is basically not overreacting on small things and being more realistic. There is also a video I made about delusions and how you can use delusions to be more positive. So, in that video, I give an example where I am going to the gym, I am walking on the streets, and I see a girl coming in my direction. We make eye contact, we lock our eyes, and normally when this happens, one of us breaks the eye contact in a few seconds. But this time that did not happen. We kept staring at each other for as long as we could. And after this incident, I created some theories. I thought that this girl must think that I'm so muscular. I was wearing my gym clothes, so that must be the reason. If the exact same incident happened around 2 years ago, when I was more insecure, I would think that this girl thinks that I'm so weird because I'm wearing some weird gym clothes. This is so cringe. So, as you can see, the exact same situation can be seen in so many different ways depending on the way you think. If you want to be more realistic, you can think that this girl was not thinking anything and she just happened to be looking in my direction. So, cognitive reframing for the third time is basically having the right sort of mindset that helps you. Don't overreact in situations and be more realistic. Sometimes it is okay to be a bit delusional if it is going to help you. The next thing you can try is meditation. A lot of people think it is boring because they only know one form of meditation, which is sitting at some quiet place, closing your eyes and focusing on your breath, which is one form of meditation but not the only form. There are a lot of ways to meditate, which I have covered in my previous videos. The next thing is your health. To be specific, your mental health, your diet, and most importantly, your sleep. So, in a study, it was found out that judges in a court, when they are supposed to give punishment to someone and they had a terrible sleep, the punishment is much harsher compared to when they had a pretty good sleep. And for mental health, again, there are a lot of videos on my channel, so you can check them out. The next thing is your mood. So, how you are feeling in a given moment determines the kind of actions that you take. And a terrible thing a lot of people do is they do some bad habit, they feel bad, they feel guilty, and because they are in a bad mood, they do even more bad habits. They think that my current day is already pretty bad, so I might as well do more bad habits and enjoy this day. And that is exactly not what you are supposed to do. It is like you are going somewhere in a car and one of your tire is punctured. And because of this, you puncture the remaining three tires, which does not make sense. If you do some bad habit, you are feeling guilty, then to compensate for that, try to force yourself to do some good habit. Now, throughout this video, I have mentioned a lot of my previous videos about psychology, mental health, which are also going to help you to control your emotion. If you really are serious about this whole thing, you can check out this playlist. It has all the videos I mentioned. You can also check the link in the description, which is the link for my coaching calls. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.